Hello, ladies. Welcome to April's topic. Sorry it's a little bit late, but I guess for April, the topic that I would like to pose to everybody would be, what did you want to be when you grew up? And is what you're doing in terms of your job or the school that you're doing, is that contributing towards what you imagine you'd be doing as a child or a teenager? And I'm almost positive that most of you will probably say no, because other than like maybe literally one person I know, nobody has continued on and done what they wanted to do in their adult career, which is since childhood, which I think is totally normal. But yeah, I just want to hear what you guys wanted to do when you were younger. And it doesn't have to just be like careers. It could be like if you had dreams of having like a bunch of kids, or if you had dreams of like moving to another country, or just anything. So I'm gonna keep mine career focused, just because, I don't know, it's easier, I guess. So I guess the three things that I wanted to be throughout the ages of my life were a veterinarian, a cartoonist, and a criminal profiler. So in terms of vet, this one's pretty obvious, I guess, if you know me. I really, really love animals. I've had pets my whole life. I've had dogs, cats, rats, fish, gerbils, rabbits. Only pet I've never had is a bird, which I just don't like birds for some reason. Like, not as pets. Like, I'm not scared of them. I just don't want to have a bird as a pet. So yeah. But I guess when I think about it, well, I'm terrible at science, so it would not have worked. And B, I just probably like having to do surgeries on animals and put animals to sleep would like break me. I don't know how vets deal with that. It's just so sad. So yeah, it's probably smart I didn't go into that area. Second one, cartoonist. This is actually something that's never really left me. Ever since I was young, I like loved doodling. I made like comics when I was little. I used to make comics about like different like girl characters. Like I had a main girl named Veronica. Like she was a huge like comic book character. I made a bunch of stories about her. She was based on both Betty and Veronica from the Archie comics, because I really liked the name Veronica and I liked blonde hair. So she looked like Betty, but her name was Veronica. And yeah, I had like a ton of stories I made with her. And then I had like some other girl characters, and they always, for some reason, didn't have dads. I don't know why. They were always like living in single mom households, and they always had all these siblings, but like they never had a dad, and I just never explained it, which was weird. Like their mom was like a slut, or I don't even know, but they always had like a bunch of siblings and no dad. But they were really fun. I really enjoyed making them, and I still have some comics somewhere, which I should find and seriously scan them, because I don't know, they're hilarious. I think people would like get a kick out of them. If anything, I would, and that's all that matters. No, just kidding. But yeah, so yeah, I really like drawing. I'm not like great, but I like making comics, just like not even like crazy good. Like I don't know. And then I just see all these web comics on the internet, and like some of them are just so simple in terms of like design. Like Side Nine Happiness is just like little circular head people, but they're really good comics, and I'm just like, I could totally do that, and I want to, and I'm gonna work on it this summer, because now I have time. Like I kind of had to put it on hold for this semester, because this semester was really stressful and time consuming, and I didn't want to half-ass it. So starting in May, my work schedule is gonna be pretty much, I'm revolving it around doing what I want to do. So I'm gonna try to devote a day to creating, like working on my website, creating comics, creating like video logs. But yeah, comics and cartoonist, and yeah, that's something that hasn't ever left me. So maybe one day I'll have like a famous web comic, but probably not. And the third one, criminal profiler. I went through a really big serial killer phase, which I'm sure a lot of people did, because I feel like this is something that like a lot of young women go through. They just kind of get weirdly into like serial killers, or maybe I just want to make myself feel better about being kind of a weirdo. But yeah, I just wanted to read everything about them, wanted to learn everything about them or watch documentaries, and I was just like, what makes somebody want to kill somebody? Which I'm sure a lot of people ask that question, and it's not like it's some groundbreaking question, but I was like, this is like, I don't know, it just interests me. I just want to know what was inside these people's heads, and I was like, I don't even know if this is a real job, and I don't know, I keep hearing different things. Like, I know, like, on the show Criminal Minds, they have, like, criminal profiler. It's that really hot guy, and I forget his name. But I don't know if you can get it as, like, an actual job. I keep hearing different things. Like, it's kind of like a pseudoscience, but I don't know. But I kind of regret not going into criminology as one of my majors, because it would have been cool. Like, could have did something with that. But it's okay. I consider it maybe more of a hobby than, like, a career choice. Like, I did go to college, and I was taking community and justice services, which would have made me work towards a career in, like, working in a jail as, like, a warden, or, like, working in, like, a halfway house for, like, kind of reformed, like, criminals or whatever. And I was like, I just don't have the temperament or the personality for that. Like, I would just get kind of intimidated and scared if I had to deal with people like that. So I dropped out of college because I knew I couldn't do those jobs, which was a smart idea, I think. It helped me get into university, so it wasn't, like, a total waste of time and money. But yeah, so those were the 3 big things that I wanted to do in my life. And now my thing is I want to become an archivist, which when people are like, what is that? It's kind of hard to explain. It's not like a librarian. You work with, like, special collections. It's kind of like, I don't know, you kind of get to work with the history of a person, or, like, it just depends where you work. Like, I'm just thinking when I went to the University of Toronto, and I did a job shadowing, and I saw a lot of, like, the archivists were working with, like, alumni's, like, collections, which are called, like, phones, and, like, I just thought it was really awesome. I thought it was really interesting that you get to, like, learn so much about somebody's life, and you get to work by yourself, which is a really big thing for me. I really don't want to work with a lot of people, or at least in terms of, like, serving people. I don't want to do that. I don't mind helping people, but I don't want to, like, serve people. Yeah, there's a lot of independence in the job, and you get to decide what's worth keeping, because you'll just, like, somebody's family can just drop off a collection and be like, take it, like, I don't know, and you have to decide, like, is it worth keeping this letter he wrote so-and-so, and yeah, so I think that's really cool. You get a lot of control, and yeah, and organization's a big thing, which, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it sounds boring when I try to explain it to people, but I really like it. So unfortunately for that job, you do need to have a master's degree. So after I'm done here, I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, and I'm scared I'm not going to get into the master's program because my grades are okay, but they're not, like, amazing. I don't have, like, an A+ average. So I'm trying to get a volunteer position at an archive in Toronto, because I feel like maybe if they see that I'm dedicated to going outside of academia, that they'll be like, yeah, this girl's totally into it. We should definitely let her in our program. But anyways, sorry, I feel like I've talked a lot. So tell me about your life goals when you're kids. What did you want to be? Did you want to be ballerinas? Did you want to be movie stars? Did you want to be scientists? Anyways, yeah, so let me know. I'm really interested in hearing everybody's topics, and I'll see you later.